The video today is about all the food in the Dollhouses, and I'm going to start in the Victorian kitchen. And here we have some cinnamon rolls on a silver tray. And then I have some tarts here that are so cute because they're in the muffin tart pan. Well, I guess they're a tart pan, not a muffin pan. And this little dish here is the same, and it's like he's putting them in here to put in here to bake. And then I have this little dish, and this one, of course, as you can see, is lemons and a lemon peel and lemon slices. And then here is a dessert that is kind of like a cream puff with strawberries in the middle, drizzled with chocolate. And then over here, I have some cinnamon rolls that are to be baked. So they're just in the pan, and he's working on that. And when I say he, of course, I mean Mr. Chef over here, who has some flaming cherry dessert that he just took off the stove. And then over here, we have some bananas and eggs and apples. And then I have a basket over here that has bread in it. And over here is a stew with cabbage and tomatoes and carrots and mushrooms. This item's really sweet, and it's made all of polymer clay except for the wooden base that is the board that it's on. And then there's some milk over there on top of the refrigerator. And here is a bunch of fruit. So we have grapes, peaches, banana. And I like how the grapes are just hanging over. And I have some chives growing over here. And here I have some lemonade with lemon and a strawberry and berry sponge cake. There's a chocolate cake here, and it's a layered chocolate cake. In real life, I'm actually a baker, and I bake scones and custom cakes. I have some eggs down here. And then the kids are eating some food, so we have a stack of pancakes with syrup, waffle with whipped cream and strawberries. And she has eggs and bacon and toast, a fruit bowl. This little girl has a piece of bread with butter. And I want to show you the candy up close. This is, remember when we used to get these suckers that were, maybe they still do this, but my childhood, I remember these suckers. And they had a loop at the ends. They're like looped. And they're in these packages. It just brings me back to my childhood memory. And then these look like lifesavers there. And another little candy wrapped of maybe some kind of a lifesaver. And 2 lollipops. And my grandmother, my dad's mom would have a jar like this in her kitchen, but we are allowed 1 candy. So if it was like a roll, we'd only be able to have 1. And we only went there like twice a year, so it was like, she was kind of strict. And she had it way up so we couldn't get it and sneak into it. And this is another piece that I had gotten from a Etsy shop, and I'll put the link in the descriptions because she does a lot of these. And this one is a cherry pie that's being made. I love the tea too she has with it, and the lemon. And this is perfect for 4th of July. And then there is a picture of milk. And then there's this pie. That's another cherry pie. And this is one of those items that I had gotten when I was little. And it was probably when I was 8. And the cherries in it are little beads so I can see the little holes in there. But it's really well done. This little tin pan on it, and you know, this lasted a long time and hasn't cracked or anything, so really well made. Now in here we have Coca-Cola bottles, but these are empty. And then I have some in ice here, all ready for 4th of July coming up. And then in the back, also on the refrigerator, I have bottles. Now, I don't drink Coca-Cola because it's not exactly healthy. Back then, they sure liked it. And then I have 2 ice cream sundaes here. And these came from the same lady that made the cherry pie. And I just love these. And they have spoons in them. But you can't see the bottom of the spoon because, you know, it's just the top. But these are really fun. They're a little bit bigger than a 1/12 inch for the miniatures, but I think they work out well, and it doesn't bother me.
This sundae tastes like summer. Save me a bite of the cherry!
And the same lady that made the sundaes and the pie display made this, and they're, you know, iced tea with a straw, little scones with strawberries and cinnamon buns, and on this sweet tray. And of course in the bakery there is a lot of food, but all sweets and pastries. So there's a chocolate cake, and this one actually has it look like there's a slice that's going to come out of it. It's the layered chocolate and some cupcakes with caramel. And here's some scones, in which I make in real life. Let's call these cherry scones for 4th of July. And then a lovely lemon cake with lemon slices on top. This is from the same shop that made the cherry pie that I showed you before with the rolling pin and everything. And this one is with a rolling pin as well. And it is a blueberry pie with little butter on it, and the butter's right here, and I love it because it has a little basket with berries in it, and a spoon, and it looks powdery, powder, flour. And it looks like it's rolling out the pastry there for the top. And I love how she has it where it's over the edge, so they're just not quite done with it yet. And the lovely lemon dessert tart that was with blueberries, and it looks like a tart because of how the crust is on there, and it's thinner. And then a strawberry pie with whipped cream. Now I'm getting hungry. Lemon with lemon slices. This is with blackberries and lemon, and it looks like a sponge cake. And some more cakes with fruit. So this one looks really delicious, and it's strawberries and puree and whipped cream. Kind of looks like a big strawberry shortcake. And this one looks like it has meringue at the bottom with lots of fruit, kiwi and strawberries, and maybe an orange or lemon, and also some orange slices, maybe some mango. And then here's another one that also has kiwi and lemon, or maybe it's pineapple, and it looks more spongy. And blueberries, I think. If you're into chocolate, this one is a chocolate cake with lots of shavings of chocolate, and this one here is super fancy and piped, really fancy with different flowers. And these ladies are eating some hot cross buns. And there's some other desserts here that they have. I think she's having a cheesecake, and she's having some kind of a slice of a layered cake of some sort. And then these ladies are having some fancy little desserts too, look like cupcakes and little parfaits maybe. And they're all drinking tea, because this is a tea room. And it's a bakery tea room, so that's why they have all tea here. I don't even think there's coffee made in this place. And then when I go up these stairs, we're going up to the clubhouse. I won't show you all the booze in here because there's a lot, but I will show you this table setting of food. And we have some salmon here on crackers, some orange fruit punch with lemon slices, some shrimp cocktail on a bed of lettuce, and some olives with it. And then some blue cheese with other assortment of cheese. And then if you really can look in there, there's some crackers. They're so teeny tiny. And then over here is American cheese with some onion slices, roast beef, and probably turkey and grapes. Cherries on the cheese. And these are filled up little cakes. They're all different slices and lemon filled and strawberry and then chocolate too. Some are like triangular and others are more rectangular. I do have individual plates too with the shrimp cocktails, in which these two ladies are doing. They are enjoying their cocktails with their shrimp cocktails. And their cocktails are these martinis. And in the witch's gypsy's house, there's a lot of food here, so I'm going to take these out so I can show you them closer. So here, as you can see, are little mushrooms, and these are in a basket, and then some are on a cutting board. And here's some cabbage rolls and sauce, and the pizza even has a pizza cutter with it. And then on their stove, I have some grilled cheese. And this grilled cheese item also came from the lady that did the pies. I actually bought a lot of little foods from her because she does such an amazing job. Those look literally like they're real. And these witches love their margaritas. I have 2 of these in here. And they're lime margaritas, with the salt around the rim. And then in the window, as you can see, I have some hanging garlic and herbs all everywhere, hanging in jars and in the bottles, because they dry their own herbs. And the place setting, there's a lovely chicken there that came from the same ladies that made the pies, and same with the noodles with meatballs. And the chicken came with that whole entire dish. So the chicken itself, and then with the lid even. That you see in the background, that's a silver. And it's pretty heavy, which is a really good quality. Some Jell-O. I even have some cranberries back there that look like ridges, like when you take it out of the can. And then some oysters on ice, with some parsley and lemon, and some beans with bacon, this ham, and it actually has a ham bone in it with pineapple. And these items all came from that lady, yes, you guessed it, that made the pies. And then I have some fruit punch that's red with lemon floating in the fruit punch. And now we're in the Mother Goose's cottage, and we have some yummy chocolate cake here. It's a layered chocolate cake. And of course, her loaf of bread with her jelly. Lots on the table here. So we have cantaloupe, passion fruit, cherries, apples and oranges and peaches, green apples and red, and a bowl full of strawberries. And then her honey down here. And you guys, some of you that have watched a lot of my videos have seen a lot of these foods before, but I really wanted to show them up close today. And then of course the cookies back there that are the peanut butter cookies and the chocolate chip cookies, and I got those, yes, from the lady that made the pies. I know that food is something that a lot of miniatures and people that look at miniatures love. It's one of their favorite things that they love about miniatures, and it's one of my favorite things too, is seeing the little tiny food